This conference will now be recorded.
Take any real-time application like Naukri, IRCTC. The programmer want to show the list of trains. In Redbus, list of buses. In bookmyshow.com, list of movies. They present in the form of a table. If you talk about Microsoft technologies, ASP.NET or PHP or XYZ other technologies, there are built-in technologies or built-in components available to create the table format. Whatever the technology used to create a table format, browser will render the technology component into HTML table. Browser will render the technology component into HTML table, show the data in the form of rows and columns. Table is a HTML tag name used to define a table. A table will have rows. TR is the tag name used to define the row elements. TD is the tag name used to define the column element. Finally, the data is present in the form of TD elements. If you want to count the number of rows in a table, first we have to make Selenium to identify the table, capture the TR elements into some Java list. That Java list size will return you count of rows in the table. If you want to count the number of columns of a table row, number of columns, we have to capture the TD elements of the table into some Java list. Count of TD elements are nothing but number of columns. To read the data present in a table, the data is available in the form of the TD element. We have to make Selenium to identify the TD element, then capture the text of the TD element using getText. So this is the concept of working with the tables. Right. Here, I will give you another example to conclude the table concept, then I will go with the calendars today. Now, in this application, when I log into admin module, we have employees table, branches table, etc. First, this will launch the Primus Bank application. I want to write the code to log in as admin. Here there is a ID property. I'm copying the ID property of the element. Find the element by its ID. I'm giving the ID admin. Here, I'm spying the properties of the password element. The ID property password I given here. Login button element. The ID property available, I'm copying it. Dot click. When I run the code, you created the code to log in as an admin. And here, I am spying the properties of the employee element. This one. Here we don't have ID and all. I'll take the SRC property to identify the element. I'm copying the SRC property of the element. I'll use the SRC property with the XPath. To forward slashes star or img, the tag name img, at the rate SRC property equal to, I'm giving the SRC property value. Then click the element. I made the code till this point. Now here I have a table. See, we have a table here. Let's see the properties of this element. Here it is a table element. See, this entire area getting identified as a table. This table has an ID property. I'm copying the ID property of the table.
మమ్మీ
See, look
పెట్టిందమ్మా
at here. This
మమ్మీ
entire area is a table.
వంట మంచం
I'm copying the ID property of this table. So driver dot find element by the ID property. I'm giving the ID property belongs to the table. Whatever the element identified based on the ID, this I'm keeping in a variable of type web element. Say here my variable name is employee table, EMP table. We made Selenium to identify some element based on its ID property. Whatever the element identified, we are keeping in a variable of type web element. Here my variable name is EMP table. This table. Now, in this table, we have many rows and columns here. There are many rows and columns here. So what I will do, I want to count the number of rows in this table. This is the first row here. You please observe all these are TR elements. All are TR elements. I'll capture all the TR elements of this table into some Java list. So here, sorry, I'm creating a Java list to store the TR elements. Here my Java list name is rows. Rows equal to emp table dot find elements by the tag name TR. So we are capturing all the TR elements of the table into the Java list rows. Here, first I am printing the size. Number of rows of the table I am printing here. So let us run this code. First you answer me by seeing this. How many rows are available in the table? You answer me. How many rows are present in this table? You answer me. 6. You please observe here. By seeing this, you answer me. This is the first row. Second TR element. Third one. Fourth one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You please observe your code is capturing the TR elements into the list. This is the first TR element, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, and the last seventh one. The first row also one TR. Last row that contain the page numbers also another row. Did you observe that? This is the last row. Correct? So totally there are 7 TR elements here. There are 7 TR elements here. Your code should print 7. Sure. Just a minute. So better from, I mean, tomorrow I'll take the session. I mean, from tomorrow onwards, I'll take the session on the Zoom. So, but without connecting to GoToMeeting, when I'm writing the code, perfectly it is running. I mean, what I'm trying to say, the GoToMeeting consuming most of the resources. Very slowly the programs are working. Done. Now the code was executed. See what is output we are getting? 7. See here we are getting the output as 7. Your code counted number of rows in the table. Okay. Now, sir, in the working with the tables, you need to have the clarity more, I mean, on 3 concepts. How to count the number of rows in a table, how to count the number of columns in a row, and how to read the data from a table. Now let me teach you how to count the number of columns. Spy the properties of this table again to understand the concept. See here, this is a table. This is a table. In this table, this is the first row, TR, or this is the second TR element, second row. You clearly observe inside the TR, we have TD elements, columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There are 7 columns inside the first row. Sorry, second row. See the first row. Employee number is the first column, employee ID. First column, second one, third one, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yeah, there are 7 columns here. And do observe the last row. You answer me how many columns are here. You please answer me how many columns are available in the last row. Last row has only 1 column. So the point what I'm trying to highlight, number of columns may vary from row to row. Agreed? Number of columns sometimes may change from row to row. First 6 rows has 7 columns, whereas the last row has only 1 column. Last row has only 1 column here. See? So now If you want to count the number of columns, what do you have to do? First, you need to decide the row. For which row? First row or second row or third row or nth row? Because columns are inside the row. TDs are inside the TR element. Right. So now I want to count the number of columns of the first row. So what is the logic? I want to count number of columns of the first row. Let's see. I commented this code. We captured all the TR elements into the Java list rows. Now rows dot get of I or 0. 0 meaning first row, right? It is first row. It is the first TR element. Because what is available in the rows? A rows is a Java list that contain all the TR elements of the table. We are accessing the first TR element of the table, 0th TR element of the table. Find elements in the first row. Find elements by the tag name. What is the tag name? TD. Because TD is the HTML tag name used to define the columns. This I'm keeping in another Java list. Columns. Now see columns.size. It will return number of columns of the first row. It returns number of columns of the first row. Check out this one. See the output now. It is saying 7. Because we have observed the first row has 7 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now this time I am giving last row. This is the 0th row. Already we have taken all the TRs into Java list called rows, right? 0, 1, second row, third row, fourth row, fifth row, and the sixth one, last one. So what I do in my code, sorry, I'm giving 6 here. Get the 6th TR element, then find elements by the tag name TD into on the Java list called columns. Let me print it. Let me run this code. See the output now. It's saying this one. Only one column available in the last row. So I hope you understand the concept, right? How to count the number of columns? Did you understand how to count the number of rows and columns? TR elements are nothing but the rows of the table. TD elements are nothing but columns of a row. By capturing the TR elements of a table into some Java list, we can get count of rows. By capturing the TD elements of a particular row into some Java list, we can get count number of columns. Now what I will do here, little extension to this. First I will print number of rows in the table. This one, rows.size. I am printing a string first. Number of rows. Then I am constructing a for loop to print row-wise number of columns. So here what I will do, int I equal to 0, I less than rows.size, I plus plus, then columns equal to rows of get of I find elements by the tag name TD, table data. Then in the first iteration, I value 0, 0th row, all TD elements we are capturing into a Java list called columns. And here I'm printing row number, code point of view 0th row, but user point of view it is first row, right? And so I'm printing row number 1. I'm attaching another string. Sorry. Number of columns. It is columns of size. Row number wise, row number 1, how many columns? Row number 2, how many columns? Like this, it will print. In this program, again, I have explained you how to count the number of rows and how to count the number of columns. Also, we created a loop which prints row-wise number of columns in the table. See the output now. Number of rows are 7. Row number 1, number of columns are 7. Row number 2, number of columns are 7. 3, 7, 4, 7, 5, 7, 6, 7. Whereas the last row, 7th row, has only one column. Finally, this program explains you how to count the rows and how to count the columns. That's it. I hope everybody understood this code. If you confirm, I'll extend this code, how to read the entire data present in the table. Right. Now, we'll do one thing. I'll copy this code somewhere and I'll upload it. The script to count number of rows and number of columns in a HTML table. Right. Now let me write the code to read the data present in the table. I want to read the employee number and employee names. I want to read the data present in the first column, also present in the second column. Let's see how it is. First, we have captured all the TR elements into a Java list called rows. Okay. Here itself, I declared another Java list with the name columns. I declared another Java list with the name columns, list of elements. Now I'm constructing a loop. I value I want to start from 1. Why you tell me why I'm starting I value from 1? 0th row which contain the headings I do not want it. I want to skip it. Right. I less than rows dot size. Then I plus plus. Rows dot size -1 I'm using. Why I'm using -1 you tell me here? Last row also I do not want it. Because the last row contain the row number, I mean page numbers. Last row contain the page numbers. I do not wanted it. Hence I use -1. Sir, as per this table design, the logic is this. If I don't have page numbers in the last row, we no need to use -1. Okay. Then here columns equal to rows dot get off I dot find elements by the tag name TD. We are reading all the TD elements. Then columns dot get of 0 dot get text. We are reading the text property of the 0th TD element. It's nothing but the first column into some variable employee number. The employee name equal to columns dot get of 1 next column get text. See here in this program, I'm capturing only the data present in the first two columns, 0th TD and first TD. I'm not considering remaining thing. Only I'm reading the data available in the first column, also in the second column. Maybe, while working with the calendar components, we see how to read the entire data. Now, let me print them. Sorry. I'm printing that employee number and that employee name together. Let's run this code. In any HTML table, data will be present in the form of TD elements. First, we are capturing the required TD elements in some Java list. Text property of the TD element will fetch the data displayed on the table. So here already I declared the list here. In the above I declared list, then I'm using inside the loop. Here at line number 31, I declared two variables of Java list, rows and columns. See, finally you see your code is capturing employee number and employee names available in the HTML table. 5 John, Richard, David, Ramesh, and Ramana. Please check out John, Richard, David, Ramesh, and Ramana. So this is how we can able to read the data present in any HTML table. Got it? Right. So actually it's a very simple concept, but the very, very important concept, because web applications, if the programmer want to show list of records, they go with the UI tables, that is HTML tables. Hence, today I again explain the concept with another exercises, another example. Script to read employee number, employee name, sorry, presenting employee details table of the Primus Bank application. Right. Now let me continue for a few minutes working with calendars. See, calendar also a table. Generally, we call them as calendar components, but technically the calendars also tables. A calendar also a HTML table. Let's see. Take some application like let's see, SpiceJet or the Creative application. Here we have a calendar component. When I click here, a calendar component is appearing. So clearly, browse the properties of this calendar. You please observe. See here, the month and year are different components. They are not inside the table. They are some span element something. Month, May month. See the properties of the year element. It is another span element. Here month separately available. Year is a separate element. Below the month and year we have the table. See what I am trying to highlight you. Month and year not inside the table, they are outside of the table. Correct? This is month. It is year element. Below the month and year we have the table element. Correct? Similarly, take some other application. SpiceJet. Here we have a calendar component. In this calendar, okay, once again, see the properties of this calendar. So it is a span element something. Month separately available. Year separately available. Below the month and year of the table. Table separately available. So what I'm trying to say, in different applications, programmer give a option for the end user to choose a month and year in different ways, but any kind of calendars, date must be displayed in the form of a table, correct? So once again, same concept, table, dates part I'm talking about, not month and year. Inside the table, we have TR elements, first row, second row, the next row, same table concept. Here we have the rows. Inside the TR elements, we have TD elements. The first TD element, second TD element, next, and next TD elements. So finally, calendars also HTML tables, except the month and year. Different programmers will give different options for the users to choose the month and year. But finally, dates must be displayed in the form of a table. Got it? So if you understand how to handle the HTML tables, the same way we can select a date from the calendar component. But today I stop here. Tomorrow we'll write the code, either this calendar or this calendar, any other calendar, any calendar, that's your choice. We write the code to select a date from the calendar. I may give the date available in the current month. I may give the date available in the next month, next year, whatever the date I give, that date should be selected by your code in the calendar. I may give May 2021 some date. Your script should move the calendar, then select the date. So tomorrow we conclude the topic working with the calendars component. I hope you understood the today concept, right? Handling the tables. You know IRCTC application, Naukri.com. In fact, your Gmail, list of mails, inbox, that is also a table. It's a very important topic. So I have repeated it because any web application, list of branches, list of customers, list of orders, anything, they actually display in the form of a table. Well, I stop here and tomorrow we continue working with the calendars. Thank you. We continue tomorrow.